Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, September 18th. Sorry I'm a little late. We had another Renew My Church planning meeting last night that went rather late. So, a couple things going on this week that I want to talk about. Update on Renew My Church, and also an update on Sacramental Prep, and then, of course, where we're going from there. So, Renew My Church, we're in this process, this discernment process of feedback. We've had our second town hall meeting. The larger grouping team from the four parishes met to preliminarily discuss the reactions to those scenarios. We've all gone back now and have kind of had a chance to process them. We'll be meeting on Tuesday night with the larger team to discuss the pros and cons of each scenario, what our thinking is, and then we'll be bringing that back to our group leaders. So we'll have another meeting, probably a Zoom meeting with the Parish Council, Finance Committee, School Board sometime in the next couple of weeks before we then go forward to suggest what we think collectively might be the best scenario or scenarios for our grouping team. The process has been pushed back a little bit. We'll get the final schedule on Tuesday at our next meeting, but we will have at least 1 to 3 weeks, a little bit of lead time to get back and do some more discernment, some more conversations with the parish and with our team to figure all that out. So that's good news. So that's on the Renew My Church front. On the sacramental front, of course, today, the 18th, we're getting ready to celebrate First Communion this weekend. So the First Communion class from 2020, who are now mostly third graders, will be celebrating the sacrament of First Communion tomorrow morning at 10:30, and another one on Sunday at 1 p.m. So we're trying to get them ready back into the swing of things. And then on October 10th, we'll be holding the rites of initiation for the 3 people that we were going to bring into the church last Easter at the vigil, which didn't happen, obviously, for the COVID reasons. So we're preparing them. Mary Ellen Castleman is working with the teens, and I'm working with the adults to make this happen so that we can have a nice service. It will be in the context of the Mass on Saturday at 5 o'clock, so on the 10th. So if you would like to come, please register early as soon as that sign-up comes out, but also that video will be available also on the website. So, and then on the 18th, we'll have a special Mass on Sunday, October 18th at 1 p.m. for the confirmation rite of enrollment for those young people who are preparing to receive the sacrament of confirmation this coming winter. We're finally getting that underway, and so that will take place. And then our faith formation program for both the school and the religious ed children will be starting up the 1st of October to kind of get us ready as we move forward also in faith formation. We'll be starting up school masses fairly soon. We have to meet about some of the final ways to make it work out. We can only have 2 classes in the church at a time for safety reasons, and so we're not at the moment able to live stream that to the classrooms to include the rest of the children. So exactly how that's going to work or how we're going to split up the school to have school masses at least once a month for all the children is still to be determined. So we're making a lot of progress, and certainly sacramentally, Cardinal Cupich will be here tomorrow night, the 19th at 5 o'clock to celebrate the Mass. Unfortunately, because of the COVID and the health restrictions, we won't be able to have a reception, so he'll just be here for the Mass to celebrate the 90th anniversary of our parish, the Feast of St. Robert Bellarmine, and of course the 30th anniversary of the founding of our church, which is basically takes place at the same time. So the church that burned down in 1988 was rebuilt in 1990 and dedicated in September of 1990, so right around that time. So we're very blessed to have a beautiful parish, a beautiful church, and we're certainly honored to welcome Cardinal Cupich to our parish. So those are some of the things that are going on sacramentally and with the Renew My Church. Day-to-day operations are pretty much normal. We still obviously have limited office hours because of safety reasons. We can't have everybody here all at the same time. So our office hours for the rectory are Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you call after that, sometimes I'll be here, sometimes we'll simply be picking up the phone later. So try to get any business done between 9 and 2 on the phone or dropping by the rectory, or certainly feel free to email anytime or leave a message with any questions, concerns, or comments you might need to leave. So doing well, we're moving forward. It's hard to believe that it's been 6 months now since the shutdown, and it's been 3 months almost since we've reopened the church, and we're still struggling obviously to welcome people back. There's still a lot of fear, so the mass count is people coming to church or wanting to come to church is still limited. So at this time, we're not going to be adding any more weekend or daily liturgies, but we will be adding not daily prayer, but opening the church for prayer. As we've done in the past on Wednesdays, we're going to start that up the first week in October. The church will be open after Mass from 9 to 1 o'clock for private prayer. If there's a funeral, we'll leave it open from 11 to 3, and we need to, of course, have volunteers at the church during that time to make sure that the health and safety procedures are being followed. And then again, once a month, we'll go back to having a benediction. So Deacon Bill will celebrate benediction the third Wednesday of the month beginning on October, either at 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock, depending on whether we have a funeral that morning. So a lot of good things happen. Earlier this week, we had a special blessing to install the Paschal candle for Easter that we could have done last April, but we wanted to wait. I was hoping we could do that in the context of the rites of initiation, which is October 10th, but we thought it might be better to have that blessed and in the church when Cardinal Cupich comes here this weekend. So we did a little private blessing and prayer ceremony for that earlier this week. So moving forward, things are not the way they used to be, but certainly God is present to all of us. God continues to be present in our lives and the way we live and the way we treat one another, and certainly how we share the faith is the same spiritually, even though physically things are a little bit different. And as always, of course, as we prepare for what is going to be a very contentious election, please pray for discernment and wisdom, not just obviously in the federal election, but everything that's going on here locally as well. Pray for unity and civility, and do whatever we can as individuals to bring civility and forgiveness back into the public discourse, the public forum, and certainly continue to pray for justice, but also pray for the safety of our fire, military, police, EMT personnel, and all of our medical personnel who are really working so hard to keep us safe and make our community a better place. So until then, have a wonderful weekend. God bless you all, and I hope to see you this weekend. Take care now.